Here's the reality every operating partner is living right now. The multiples you have to pay to win a deal have gotten so high that the only way to make the returns work is to truly transform the company. Add-on acquisitions used to be enough. Buy a platform, bolt on a few competitors, scale it up, and let the multiple do the heavy lifting. For 20 years, that playbook performed. It doesn't perform consistently anymore because everybody figured out the same trick. Competition for good platforms got so fierce that the anticipated upside, the scaling, the add-ons, the multiple expansion, it all gets priced right into what you pay at entry. You're now buying on the way and the value used to capture on the way out. And the seller pockets it. So if the easy arbitrage is already baked into your purchase price, here's the question that should keep you up at night. Where does your return actually come from now? I've spent 30 years doing operational diligence on more than 500 companies, and I'll tell you exactly where it comes from. It comes from genuinely transforming the business, from the operations nobody on the deal team was trained to look at. Your quality of earnings work is sharp, but it's a rearview mirror. It tells you what the business earned. It cannot walk the floor and tell you what the business is capable of. That's a completely different job, and that's where the transformation lives. It hides in 5 places. Segmentation, which customers and products actually make money. Throughput, the gap between your best day and your average day. Sourcing, where controls quietly stop scaling. Working capital, the cash you've decided to store as inventory in a warehouse. And the 5th one, the one deal teams treat as a cost center instead of a value driver, operational risk. The single source supplier with no backup. The one person who's the only one who knows how scheduling really works. Here's why that 5th one matters more than people think. In almost every case, addressing an operational risk earns a return on the cost of fixing it. But more than that, it's what makes your EBITDA growth sustainable. A growth number sitting on top of unaddressed risk is a number that's one bad week away from evaporating. Reducing risk isn't playing defense. It's how you make the growth durable enough to underwrite. Now I want to tell you the part you might not expect. Everything I just described looks like an operations method. It isn't, or at least it isn't only that. It's a leadership system wearing operational clothes. Think about what real transformation actually requires. Going to the floor to see the true gap, refusing to blame the people, and fixing the system instead. Replacing judgment with curiosity. Asking why 3 times until you reach the cause. Those aren't operational techniques. That's how a leader leads. The operational improvement is the vehicle. The leadership growth is what's actually being built. This is the transition I push every operating partner to drive in their CEOs, from chief producer, the person carrying the whole company on their own shoulders, to developer of leaders, the person who builds a team that finds and fixes the problems without them. And that is what makes the transformation hold after you exit. Because a company that depends on one person is a company nobody can safely buy. So when a portfolio company does this work, 2 things compound at the same time. The EBITDA improves and the leadership bench gets deeper. The hidden profit and the better leaders are not 2 projects. They're the same project. If you want your operating partners and your portfolio CEOs to see their businesses through this lens, that's exactly what I speak on. Bring me into your next offsite, your annual meeting, or your portfolio leadership session, and let's go find what the model can't see. Now, go out there and get curious.